real quick minute for people to join in. I'm actually just got out of a crawl space attic off a roof, everything at one stop. It was kind of a little longer than expected, but I think we could learn from it. On my way to look at one more real quick. I hope to get this one checked out real fast. It's not too far from my house, so as we're losing light, we're gonna maybe get there, do a real quick live. If I get any kind of interest from this, I need to actually plug my phone in. It's getting low on power. Give me a quick second to plug this in. It will take some editing. I believe it was all shot in 4K 60 frames, so it's going to take a little bit of computing power to get all these different videos to the computer, put together in video editing software, and rendered out. So if you guys could, let me know, comment down below, say yeah, please do. It might take a couple hours to do between getting it to the computer and doing everything I just mentioned. So this will be probably, I don't know, it's not probably, it's going to be the shortest live I've ever done. I have like maybe 2-3 more miles to go. We're going to end this. I just want to give everyone a quick update. It's been windy and cold here. Still got some snow on the ground. Started melting off a few days ago. Windy today, and this last stop I just left was actually a pretty interesting one. I went out a few weeks ago. Highly recommended to them, but snow covered. I was able to broom some of the snow off. Hopefully it would melt. Most of it did melt, but then snowed again, covered the roofs again. It's warmed up and melted off a little bit. So anyway, I made my stop out there, and it wasn't a roof leak. To me, it was a condensation issue. The entire roof deck was wet, water running down rafters, nail tips had water on them, just didn't look good. And I figured I'd put some time into it, dig into it, try to troubleshoot what's going on. And after the first video, I was like, well, let's check the crawl space. Let's check the other side, the other attic. Let's kind of troubleshoot and diagnose this issue. I'm pretty confident I found the issue. And now I'm going to take all these little video segments and put them together if you guys have any interest in seeing that. So, how's everybody doing today? Let's see if I can pull up chat here real quick. I don't even know where chat's at. Oh, maybe because there was no chat. Is that chicken cheddar? Chicken cheese? Chicken what? I can't see. Chicken closer? I can't see that. Sorry. I'm driving. Interesting name. This is live on the cell phone, so I won't be able to help you. From Central Indiana, United States. I was just at today. I was like, it's helped people all over the world, actually. Well, right there's a good testament. Hello from England. We're closing the 14 people. Wow, I think that's a lot better than the other day. I mean, not that 14's a lot. It's still a small number compared to the 100 I had. But I tried to go live at lunchtime one day, and it just was nothing. No one. Anyone else in there? Anyone got any real quick questions? I'm turning left onto another side road off this highway. Anyone's got a question or two, I'll answer it real fast and then jump up on this roof here. Yeah, my eyes are good on the road. I appreciate it. I'm just glancing down. The road is right here by my phone. That's why I'm not going to like focus and try to get the last key, that last word, you know? I was taught a lot better than that. Actually, I'm a pilot, so I don't just do this and drift into another road. I've been taught, like, you put things down, you know, I guess that's kind of like not exactly what I should be doing because I clean environment during the coach. So yeah, I am kind of breaking on some rules, but see, it's all in caps too. I got a big old black mark. I have my respirator on this attic and crawl space because it was dirty. Anyone got any questions? There's really no big point in this other than I'd see if I can get any engagement if anyone wanted to have me edit these video clips together to actually make one edited video for you. I think there's a lot to learn in what I break down in troubleshooting and diagnosing this issue. Trying to be, not trying to be Karen. No, I didn't take it that way. I get it. What's up, Mark Anthony? How's it going? Hey, I haven't quite got any definite answers for you based on our last phone call, but it doesn't sound good because if you didn't file the paperwork to register the roof when it was put on, that's pretty much an outs, and that's pretty much that way for any manufacturer. So that's a pretty important point right there. So anyone getting a roof done, in my estimates, I usually have a little light on the bottom that says, don't forget to register your roof. You need to register it. video on. So there was actually no video content when I was there. I was told I could record. I thought I was going to go see certain things, but I actually saw R&D, the research and development department, which nobody gets into, and they said, no, you can't record. Can't really even talk about certain things that I saw, although I can do my own type of test. So I'll talk to you more about that later, and eventually have some more content coming out about that. This might actually honestly just be a drive-by. It's really starting to get dark. It's a two-story stop. A big job lined up on your own home, and I'm pretty scared. Hang on just a second. Let me see what I got going on right here. Pretty dark, light color roof, estate gray. Owens Corning, Oak Ridge Duration, maybe estate gray, which I thought based on an old photo. I don't see the damage on the roof though. So homeowner said I was here a few years ago and there was one missing shingle. That's what I'm out here looking at real quick. I don't see it. It's too dark. It's supposed to be a lot nicer tomorrow. We're just gonna keep driving. Somebody messaged some stuff I'm looking for. Yeah, I'll come back tomorrow. It's not far from my house. Way too late. I'll give you guys a few more minutes and do a little chat live Q&A real quick. All right, let me read what you said right there. You had a big job lined up on your own home and you're pretty scared. Where are you located? Okay, that's chicken. You're out in England. Okay, so I'm hoping your weather pattern is quite a bit different than here. Let's say if you're doing a roof and you're not in a warmer area, climate, region, season, who knows? Like right now, I think Australia's got summer. What's your temperature? Do I know the Trump meme coin? Yeah, it's Bitcoin, nothing. Well, Bitcoin and some top cryptos, but Mark, I'm not going to get into that on this video here. I hope you didn't buy it. You got to be smarter than that. You got to buy what people don't want to buy when people are saying it's going to go to zero. That is a good project. And then when everybody's screaming it's the greatest thing ever, that's when you want to start selling. All right, that's all I'm going to go ahead and get into on that. You know what? We're just going to actually head back to my shop real quick. I need to get onto the fiber optics real quick. I got an unedited video I shot earlier that I can upload on the fiber optic and get it out there possibly tonight for you guys. You'll have to render out because it is in 60 frame 4K, but I can upload it quick. All I have to do is check center and I'll try to release that tonight. It was just a roof leak inspection that I did. This one I just left though, not here, but 8 minutes ago. That one will take some time editing. Alright. It's just the wobbly knee up here. What's that? Oh, just the wobbly knees. What's the temperature where you're at there, chicken? If it's not really decent temperature or going to get warmer or is warm, I'd recommend holding off just a little bit, honestly, especially if you're going to do it yourself. And I will extend the invitation, even though you're in England, if there's anything I can do, if you need any pointers. I've got quite a bit of content on the channel over the last 7 years. If you are getting ready to do something, you're not sure, you're kind of scratching your head, feel free to take a picture, send it to one of the emails you can find on the channel, or you can find us on Facebook and you can send me messages on our Facebook page at Grand Roofing Inc. I can't guarantee I will respond, but I will do my best to respond as they come in. I get hit with more junk spam than I do people with questions. Some get missed, but when I have time allows, I'll do what I can to help. And then in some rare cases, I'm even willing to, and I've done this for people, do a Google Meet meeting or something of that nature, where I can visually, there's a guy an hour, 40 minutes away from me, I did guided him with his phone, so if I can do anything to help, I will. Not what you normally expect to hear from a YouTuber. Not a problem. My roof is okay, but hang on, I got a car approaching. See, that's the stuff I pay attention. Eyes off, focus where I'm at. Actually, I'm going to switch the camera. I think I can do this on a live. I'll show you something here I did. Cover was closed. That big barn right out there, I did that barn, I don't remember what year it was. It's been a few years now. I think it was before COVID. It was like 90, I wanted to say 96 square. We knocked that out in a day. That was an IKO Dynasty roof we did because it held up pretty good at the time. It was before the Titan came out, but that's a good size roof. I think I did a video labeled something like 96 square in one day. That thing right back there, pretty big. All right, the sun is going down. We're gonna skirt the west end of the county here and get back to my shop. We'll wrap this up, then I'll upload it. 6:18. Oh, what is that? Bull buffalo? So I can't see. Sorry, I'm driving. Something with a B. Bullfrog? 96 square in a day is impressive. You know, well, not just the fact that it was fast and trying to be impressive, it was done with good quality. And every roof we do, I inspect. There's good quality control. If there's an issue, we address it. We fix it before it ever is a problem. If I find things, I correct the guys, inform them, let them know. You're always going to have turnaround in this end. New guys come in. You'll have your few vets, the veterans that have been with you. Sometimes they move on and do their own things. But yeah, so it's not the fact that we're fast and just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, knocking it out, because it happens way too much. It's actually good quality. I said in an old video, actually I watched it back recently. It's an old one. And there's a Dixie Chopper dealer somewhere right out this way, actually, out in Howard County. And their slogan is, it's not how fast you mow, it's how fast you mow well, or how well you mow fast. I guess that's the way they say it. So it's kind of the same thing in the roofing industry. That video was regards to the world's fastest roofer, which at the time I shot that, I said that it went viral at 4 million views. When I looked just the other day, not even a week ago, it had like 10 or 14 million, maybe 10, 11 million views. And this guy was clearly doing everything wrong. So you want to make sure you do it good and fast. But yeah, I was happy with the guys on that job. That was with my old DJI Spark drone footage in 1080, and it was a really old, well, it was new at the time, but it's a junky high definition camera at the time, which honestly had really bad quality. I only used it a couple of times and just ended up throwing it away. We're gonna take this road right here. Real nice chap. Oh, chicken. Yeah, that's what the world needs more of. More people that are willing to help others. And I've talked about this in other videos too. If you help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want and need. Way too many people are greedy in this world nowadays. It's all about them, and never helping anyone else. Honestly, everything I did earlier, I told the guys, like, you're not paying a penny for this. It's just something I'm trying to do and bring content to help many people out there. Hell, there's a plumber, I'm not going to say who, that helped somebody, I'm not going to say who, to give them an estimate or look at something. They did absolutely nothing. Not one thing. They did not turn one screw, use one torch, one screwdriver, nothing. They looked at this thing, went back to their shop, said, I'm sorry, we can't fix it, and then hit him with a bill of like, I think it was $350 or something ridiculous. I'm like, yeah, don't pay that. I wouldn't pay that. That's ridiculous. And honestly, I was shocked to find out who that was, because I've recommended a lot of people to him. In the industry they're in, there's a competitor of theirs that I've seen a lot of crap on the roofs. That might give you an idea of what the industry is. Yeah, I won't be recommending them to anyone now. Not to find out that they're going to jobs, spending 5 minutes and billing them $300 to $400. That's a joke. You can only name the one what you like to. Well, Mark, I'll tell you on the phone next time we talk who it was. I just don't say it publicly. One-on-one, that's one thing. I'm not going to say it publicly. I don't want to necessarily get... Even though you could construe the line or say that it's not defamation or slander or anything like that, because it's simply the facts. But I'm not going to say on a channel that's growing who it was, because I'm not trying to make an enemy. I'm trying to like inform people and like let them learn from things to avoid an issue themselves. The company that built them, my beef with that is the fact that they were 5 minutes, did nothing, never even told them they were going to charge them, and then sent them a bill for the visit that, in my opinion, is outrageous. There's so many things I do that I get no money from. I'm not expected. For estimates are free. No, let me rephrase that. Estimates aren't free. They cost me money, but I don't charge for them. So in the grand scheme of things, I have to account for that time, and it has to be billed out elsewhere. It's that way with anyone. No different than, let's use financing, for example, right now with dealer fees. Just got educated on this. You cannot give a price and then say, oh, you're paying with a credit card, tack that on. Years ago, I had a POS charge. Well, that's technically illegal. So what industry leaders are doing now is they're simply considering that a cost of business. It's a fixed cost. That's what it is. Then you can offer a cash discount if you want, if they're paying with cash or check, right? So just little things like that. So I guess what I was getting at with that, not to go off a rabbit hole or rant there, is the fact that anytime any contractor goes to give an estimate and it's free, it still costs him time and resources, diesel, part of those fixed costs for him to run his business, provided he is a business, has to make up for it elsewhere. That means every other job you do that pays, a small percentage of that needs to go into the till to keep this truck running. Just for this truck to drive, I paid the plates on it the other day, $600. Diesel, about $1,000 a month just to run this truck alone right here for me to run estimates and repairs and things like that. It's just a fixed cost, about $1,000 a month on average that I'm filling this thing up. So those are all things that have to be incorporated into it. If estimates weren't free, shouldn't shops charge you to enter? Yeah, I'm about to pull in here. Let me pull in and then I'll read that. Why's my garage light on in the shop over there before I hit the button? Alright, what'd that say? If estimates weren't free, shouldn't shops charge you to enter and borrow the goods inside also? Okay, it did go down. Ooh, I turned my head too quick. Got a little. Hang on. Let's see what this says here. You find it insulting to be charged for an opinion? So you're probably referring to the fact that this guy basically came out and charged them. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to charge for a visit, you should probably say, hey, there's going to be a charge, just to, service charge, just to make it out. But there was absolutely no communication of a service charge or a charge for an estimate or anything. And honestly, I'll kind of lead into what it was. It's a valve, a water valve foot pedal that you step on, and it cracked. I'm not a plumber, all right? I'm a roofer, just a stupid roofer, right? I see this part. I want to watch what I say, but I see this part and I'm like, okay, it's brass. And then the foot pedal's cast aluminum. You can't weld that. But I do know, because I watch a lot of YouTube, you can braze brass. The temperature's just low enough to use a silver solder to actually melt this stuff. So yeah, it wasn't pretty, but I got it fixed for him. I told him not to pay the bill. All right, we're gonna have to wrap this up here in a minute so I can upload this video real quick. Like and subscribe, appreciate that. Is that Edwin CV chicken? Yes. Let's see if I missed anything here. Yeah, so back to real briefly, I'll touch on the estimate thing. So like I said, it costs anyone to do these things, whether they're charging or not. But I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to charge you just to give you an estimate. If it's far away, I'm just going to limit my exposure and the time and the drive, and I'll do it remotely. I got software to do that, and I'll put an exclusion like, hey, this is remote. I can't see the wood, can't see the layers, things like that. If you want to move forward, if it's maybe competitive, let me know. I will schedule a time to come out and look at it and visually see it, get in the attic and do all that. before actually moving forward. So there's absolutely no contractual obligation, no financial monetary value. But I personally find in my market, by saying I'm going to charge, because I get a lot of people, are estimates free? If you say, yeah, I got to charge for it, then they're probably not even going to use you. And I've won a lot of bids because of that and helped build this company because of that. More importantly, made somebody extremely happy from going the extra mile and doing a good quality service, good quality install, even to the point where if something went wrong, we've replaced the roof because of it. That's the kind of guy I am and the brand I'm building here. So back to the point, they become an advocate for your company. They tell their circle of influence. So some people are like, well, charge for it, and if it leads to the job, then credit that back. I still find you're missing out on potential business. Now, I will say some people, they do have a valid point. By charging for an estimate, it weeds out those customers that could pose a problem. But again, if they're in my hometown, it's like a 10-minute drive, I'm not worried about it. I can sense, based on the neighborhood and other factors, I don't want to sound like I'm profiling or judging people, but if I get the sense that if I take on this job and they're not happy, they're going to hound me for years to come when it was nothing that's my issue, I want to try to avoid that. And that's why I feel like some people do by charging for an estimate. But I think some markets might have a little different dynamic. That's, I guess, what I was trying to get at with that. Any hindsight on the higher height sphere? So I don't know what the pitch of your roof is real quick, but let me tell you, when you feel comfortable and confident, that's when I find most people get hurt. In my 24 years of doing this, anytime there's been a major injury of somebody that I've ever worked with or heard of, they were never scared. They were like, oh, doing backflips on the roof. They just walk off an edge because they're comfortable with it. So having that fear is nothing to be ashamed of. I remember when I first got into roofing, I was terrified to death of it. And then just thinking about it, if you're scared of it, you're going to be cautious. You're going to watch that next step. You may not take a step backwards without looking behind you, you know? So you just don't want to be so scared you're shaking and you get stuck up there. But having some fear is good. We're all human. If you're too worried about it and there is a risk of, like, if you slip, you're not just going to hurt a bone or break a bone or whatever, you're going to get knocked out or dead, then go through the precaution with the safety equipment. I mean, obviously, I always want to recommend that. If it's very dangerous and complex, you may want to justify possibly getting a skilled contractor with a good reputation and just paying them for it, because I found a lot of times where people want to save a buck and they have every good intent. They may even have help and friends come, and they get into the job and then nobody shows back up and leaves them with a mess. That's happened, and people have found me on the YouTube channel because of that. So I don't know exactly what you have going on, but like I said, feel free to reach out if you need. All right, I don't think I missed anything in here. Customers. I'm not trying to sell myself in the sense, turn the light back on, wrap this up. I'm not trying to sell myself and like, oh, you got to use me. I'm just genuinely trying to share what I know and what I've learned to help people. I can help one family doing a roof a day, or I can document what I do and help people all over the world. I've had people from the Middle East and Australia, Canada, Mexico, everywhere. It helps a lot of people. And one day I'm going to die. I hope these videos live on and can still teach people. So I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people have seen me and they've seen the content and they've seen the videos and the drone shots and all this. Like, oh my God, he's got like 700 plus videos out there. I can see him do stuff, whereas other people, nothing. They may have a couple of pictures which could have been ripped from anything. And I've gotten a lot of business this year. Actually, one of my calls today was because of YouTube. The guy was watching, doing some research. One of my videos, I said I was in Central Indiana, and he's like, oh my God, no way. And he Googled me and he's like, you're 10 minutes from me. So I checked that one out today. How do you reach out? Like I said, if you go to, when this video is done, click on the channel, click on the community tab or about tab. There should be 2 email addresses there. I think one's like grandroofing.sponsors@gmail.com, I think, and one's grandroofinginc.kokomo@gmail.com. I'm not positive, don't quote me, but do that. Check that tab. You should see the email there, copy and paste. Or Facebook, Grand Roofing Inc. on Facebook, and you should see this logo or something similar to it pop up. And you can click message, and you should be able to get a message to me there. You can do pictures either way. I don't give my cell phone out here, but some people that know me, your customers, are lucky to get it, but I'm not going to just advertise my cell number here. Sorry. KBI delivery channel videos showing entire repair kit. Hey, I appreciate it. Not a problem. I want to do more of it. It's just been brutal here. We've been 0 degrees, -20, wind chills, snow on the ground. It's frozen. It's just not good. So I'm hoping to get more content of it. Hey, guys, I got to get something uploaded here. I got to get back to the family and get in the shower. I've been crawling around in fiberglass. We're going about 24 minutes. It's supposed to be the shortest video. So I appreciate you if you've been there this long. Appreciate you for supporting the channel. If you know anyone looking at getting any roofing stuff done, share this with them. Let them know about the channel. it is growing. It's not as big as I'd like it to be, just because the more people it can help. So, all right. Anyway, until then, be safe. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Appreciate it. And keep a lookout for the video. That's why I'm here at the shop. I got fiber optic. We're going to upload this video real quick and possibly get it released later this evening. So until next time, be safe. We'll see you then.